I am going to discuss history of C language. The base or father of programming language is ALGOL. ALGOL is a algorithmic language. ALGOL is a algorithmic language. It was the early high-level language. It was early high-level language. I hope all you know what is high-level language, what is low-level language, what is the low-level language, also called as middle-level language. So the early high-level language is the ALGOL, algorithmic language. It was first introduced in 1960. This language was introduced to compute some scientific applications for making fast calculation of scientific operations. The ALGOL was introduced by John Backus. John Backus. His invention was started in 1958. Actually, it was first introduced to the market in 1960. It was the first high-level language. This language was the basis for development of all other languages. In 1967, a new computer programming language was announced, which is called as a BCPL, which stands for Basic Combined Programming Language. Later, this BCPL was designed and developed by the Martin Richards for writing system software programs. After 3 years, in 1970, the new programming language called the B was introduced by Ken Thompson for a project called Space Travel that contained the multiple features of BCPL. So after 3 years of this BCPL, the other language was introduced by Ken Thompson for the development of the project of space travel. The language is known as the B language. This programming language was created by using a operating system is called as a Unix. First it was started with the Multics, then the development, while going the development, automatically this development process can be accomplished through the Unix operating system at AT&T Bell Laboratories. It is American Bell Laboratories. Both the BCPL and B were the system programming languages. Both languages were system programming languages. In 1972, Dennis Rich, this Dennis Rich is added with Ken Thompson. Is added with the Ken Thompson. Both the people has started to develop some new language which is going to be satisfy all the operations, either maybe business applications or maybe some kind of system programming applications or maybe some other kind of customer oriented applications. For any kind of applications, they need to be develop one language for satisfying all the constraints. That language is called as a C language. So C language was introduced by the Dennis Rich in 1972. 1972. It was the history of the C language. So he was the man behind the C language, Dennis Rich. So you see this personality, he was the man behind the development of C language. C is a structured programming language developed by Dennis Rich at American Telephone and Telegraph, that is called AT&T Bell Laboratories, in 1972. So in 1983, the American National Standard Institute, ANSI, just please carefully note down this ANSI, American National Standard Institute, began the identification of standards for C language. So they specified some of the standards for the C language. It was approved in 1989. 1989. Those ANSI C versions are C89, C95, C99, Embedded C, C11. All these are the different versions of the programming languages. So here always the C language was specified by the ANSI, American National Standard Institute. So here these are the different kinds of evolutions of the different languages to develop the C language. First one is Algol 1960, BCPL, B language, C language, Ken Thompson and Dennis Rich C language. Next ANSI C, the standard. It is the standardized version of C language. Next ANSI, ISOC. All these are the different versions, evolutions of this C language. How the C language is going to be work? So first you are going to write the program. That program is called as a source code. That program is called as a source code. Whatever the program you are going to write, that is called as a source code. It is in high level language. That program you are going to write in some editor. In some editor. It may be any kind of editor. Generally, we may use the editor is called as TC. We may call it as TC, Turbo C editor. There you are going to write, there you are going to type some program with the file name dot extension is known as C extension. After writing the C program in high level language, it is in natural English language, then it is going to be translated by the compiler. That is called as a compilation process. That is called as a compilation process. Here, by compiling the translator, then automatically that file can be created as a .obj. What you are doing first? First you are writing a program. That program is going to be saved with the .c extension. Then the translator is going to be translate the program into object code. Then again, this translator is going to be link the program into exe. Then output will come. So the C program is going to be written in high language. Then this high level language program is going to be translated by the compiler into the object file. Then it can be linked to the other kind of exe file. So here these are the different most popular compilers available in online. What is CLang compiler, MinGW compiler, Portable C compiler. Next one is Turbo C compiler. So here the most popular compiler is this Turbo C compiler. Now also we are using in our laboratory as well as in small laptops, desktops, we are using this Turbo C compiler. So by using Turbo C compiler, you are going to compile the C program. You are going to compile the C program. The facts about the C language. C was invented to write an operating system called as a Unix. So main intention of the development of C language is to write an operating system called as a Unix. C is a successor of B language, which was introduced in 1970, and the language was formalized in 1988 by the standard known as, already we discussed that, ANSI, American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute. So here the Unix was totally written in C language. The Unix was totally written in C language. Today, C is the most widely used and popular system programming language. The many of the people, majority of the organizations are using this C language only. So here, most of the state of the art software has been implemented by using C. For example, let us take Oracle. Oracle has also developed by using C language based on Unix operating system. Today's most popular Linux operating system and RDBMS, MySQL have been written in this C language only. In this C language only. So here the C is a structured programming language. While it comes to the characteristics of C language, C is a structured programming language. C is a middle level language. Middle level language. So that means it is going to support the high level language features as well as the low level language features. C is a case sensitive. C is a case sensitive. That means you have to write here the lowercase letters are different from the uppercase letters. C supports the concepts of dynamic programming. Dynamic programming, that is dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. C is a robust language. So robust in sense you can use in multiple ways. C is a core language. It is the base language to learn any other kind of other language. C is a portable language. So portable in the sense, well, if you executed this program in one system without making any modifications, it can be executed in other system also without doing any modifications. These are the simple characteristics of C language. C is a structured programming language. Why? Because the program can start from the main and ends with some braces. So within the braces only the program is going to be executed. C is a middle level language. C is a case sensitive language. It supports the concept of dynamic memory allocation. C is a robust language. C is a core language. C is a portable language. So the analogy between the learning the English language and C language, how it is. So let us take our English language. So for learning English language, first you have to learn alphabets A, B, C, D, and so on Z. After learning A to Z, then you are going to learn the words A, P, P, L, A, apple, like that, B, A, L, L, ball, like that. Then after learning words, then you are entering into the sentences. Rama is a good boy, like that. Then you are going for the paragraphs. Similarly, while learning the C program, here first you need to go with the alphabets, digits, any special symbols, then go for the constants, variables, then keywords, all these are specific. Then after that, all these variables, constants, keywords can be formed as a one instruction. Instruction is a one statement. Then all these instructions combinedly known as a program. So, in the similar form of the English language learning, C also you are going to learn. But here, all the program can be written in the form of set of instructions.